So a common issue when people are trying to scale their cleaning business is that they'll find that the initial stage is significantly harder than the latter stage. And this is the same reason why you'll speak to people that have successfully scaled businesses, and they'll tell you that going from 0 to 10K a month is significantly harder than, let's say, going from 10K to 20K a month. Because even though the incremental value is the same, the beginning still requires a lot of learning, a lot of trial and error, and really you have limited resources. So when you're growing your cleaning company, if we had to look at this in 2 stages, that would probably be the most effective way about going about this. And this applies very heavily on successful marketing campaigns. So let's say that we have over here your starting point. So we'll write that down. This is where you're starting. And then this is the end goal, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you want to have a 10K a month business. Maybe you want to get to 50K. Maybe you want to have a 7-figure business. Whatever that looks like, that's fine. But ideally, in a perfect world, this would be, a linear slope, right? However, people will find very quickly that it's not so much like that. It's more so very steep in the initial stages, and then it kind of tapers off like this. And right here, this steep part of the incline is the 0 to 10K a month mark. So this is, where a lot of people get stuck on, and probably the main reason why people end up spinning their wheels and never really having a successful cleaning business is because they're trying to go after stage 2 before stage 1. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's just look at, again, marketing in 2 stages. And on the right side will be stage 2. So this is essentially people coming to you. So this is also inbound. People are coming to you for your service, but more specifically, it's because you've already established credibility. So if someone is coming to you for your service, let me just finish this. If someone is coming to you for your service, what selling points are, causing them to make that action? Well, there's going to be a lot of things. One of them is really just going to be your reviews / reputation. So when people are doing their research on your company online, do they see a 5-star rating, with 300 reviews across Google and Yelp? Do they see a good rating maybe on Angie's List or Thumbtack? That's one of the most important things of what makes someone make that decision. Another one is just going to be, years of experience. So people want a company that has been around for a while. That's no surprise. They want a consistent team, that kind of thing. Another thing is also going to be customer support or customer service. So people want a company that's reliable. They want someone that they can get a hold to the decision maker quickly. They don't want to have to go through a bunch of gatekeepers and hear the dreaded, I'll have him call you back, and then they wait 2 days and never receive a phone call. So all of these things really fall into customer support / service. This is extremely important too, guys. I think a lot of people tend to overlook this as well. And then there's, other things too. Maybe do you have a quick and easy scheduling process? On your website, is your website, mobile friendly? Is just all around the requesting a quote process smooth for the prospect? So we can go on and on about creating a good list, but essentially these are the credibility factors. Now, in an ideal situation, when you're starting your cleaning company, yes, you want prospects to be coming to you for these factors, because these are typically the people that are serious. These are the quote-unquote dream clients coming to your business. They've made the effort. And the problem with this, when you guys are starting out with your business, when you have limited clients, is that new prospects, they're relying on the feedback from other prospects who have essentially given your business a check mark or a thumbs up. But the problem is that when we're starting over here, we don't have any of this. This is stage 2 of the business. So let me just write that, stage 2. We have to focus on stage 1. And this is going to be the outbound strategies. So this is essentially going to be us reaching out to our ideal prospects to use our service. And since we don't have any of these factors to leverage, now we have to find a new incentive to drive people to use our service. So what different ways can we do that? Well, a time-tested offer is to offer something for free. Doesn't have to be a full house cleaning, but these could be, you know, things like enter for your chance to win a free kitchen clean or a bathroom clean. That's another thing too, which kind of goes along with that, but just doing giveaways, so some type of giveaway service. So these are excellent ways to incentivize people to use your service. Who doesn't like free stuff? And guys, if you think that you're only going to attract the price shoppers or the tire kickers with these offers, while that is true, you might get some low quality leads. The truth is, if you've impressed someone and wowed someone enough with whatever, you know, free offer you're doing, and they are interested in a cleaning service, there's a good chance they're gonna, you know, use you again for your service. And right now, we just have to play a numbers game. I would rather you guys go and do, you know, 40 free kitchen cleans and win, let's say, 10 new clients out of that versus, you know, never giving this a shot and maybe only getting, you know, one client between now and 6 months from now. And that's the sad reality that a lot of people are stuck on. So this is kind of just a mental block that you have to get yourself past. But, you know, absolutely these offers work well, and you'll see very successful, profitable cleaning companies still doing this. When they already have all the credibility in the world, they're still doing these different types of things. So it definitely should not make you feel ashamed of yourself. Another thing could just be, you know, seasonal promos or discounts. So I'll just write seasonal promo. All right. So, you know, again, we can make a long list in outbound strategies, but this is really just what offer is too good to be true that's going to make someone pick up the phone or fill out a form submission and try and use your service ASAP. So now we have something really cool, because even though initially we are getting some of these people from the outbound strategies, so initially these people are going to be, again, in those initial stages for our business, they're going to help us climb up the ladder, so to speak. Once we start to get to the top of the ladder, now what's really cool is the feedback from some of these people that were using our service for these, you know, incentives in the beginning. Well, guess what? Now they could start to leverage some of these things, because now we have customers to give us customer support. Now we have customers who can validate that our scheduling process was simple. Now we have customers to give us good reviews. So you'll see the checkboxes starting to become checked. And then what's great is now you'll get some of these people who were initially just using your service for the outbound to start to see some of these things, but also people will start to find you inbound now because you're leveraging these things. And this essentially just creates a positive feedback loop, because the more that we could leverage on the outbound, especially in the beginning, the more we can have an easier time leveraging the inbound once we start to build this credibility. So guys, that is pretty much the most basic way I can explain this, is to first start thinking about stage 1 before you start thinking about stage 2. If people have no reason to use your service, if you don't have these things checked already, then why would they use your service? So this is really just about hustle mode, you know, making your way up the ladder. But trust me, guys, once you get to this point, once you have served enough clients and you have that experience under your belt, it really does become significantly easier to scale your business, and eventually you won't even have to do this stuff anymore if you don't want to, because your business will primarily be built off of inbound.